Hello, everyone. My name is King Archives. You all know just, I need to set up my chat so I can see it. Anyway, we're going to be doing a video today where we talk about the, a lot of fucking trailers for the second Sonic movie, as so many of those have happened. And I say we, not as in you and the audience. Well, me and the audience. You know what I mean. Me and the audience. I'm tired, right? I didn't sleep well. But Joyce will be joining us. So let's send in the invite to join the party. And then I can do a better intro, hopefully. Because, God, I got exclamation.
Oh boy, Sonic 2, Sonic 2, bitch,
Sonic 2.
Sonic 2!
So, first off, I want to say, when I saw the words final trailer, I almost cried tears of joy. And I don't know what I was thinking. Donna, you've been excited for this movie. Why are you happy that they're not doing any more trailers? You do not know the unending nightmare that I have attempted to do this stream.
He literally could not cover it. They kept on having stuff almost every other week, every other day. It just kept on piling on. And he decided to wait until something like this happened, the final trailer. Mind you, there's still some posters coming out, but those are just posters.
Those are posters. They can cover themselves. I don't care anymore. Because, I tried to, I tried to cover this back when they did the Super Bowl. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a week, and then I can cover this. That's what I normally do. I'm like, okay, let's give it another week. It's like, oh, all right.
Wait a minute, is this actually going to be week?
And then, yesterday, I was like, all right, that's it. We're doing this today. I'm about to text Joyce. I'm like, huh? Well, what's up on Twitter? Oh, a new trailer. And it went by fast. So I was like, okay. That was a fast one. It's like, new trailer tomorrow. I was just like, okay. I'm going to go drown myself in the well real quick, guys.
And then today, final trailer.
I was like, I'm free! Oh. I'm free.
Alright. You can still talk about a little bit of things. I'll be right back. But don't worry, I'll come back. You can still talk about some things, because I know there's a shit ton to talk about because you haven't covered it.
I hate my life.
But all right. I'll be back.
All right. So I have to basically go off memory because I'm gonna ask. I have only watched the final trailer. So the only ones that are fresh in my mind is the final trailer and the fastest trailer ever is what I think people are calling it. And just to make it clear, we will not be talking about the new trailer, the old trailer, the first one that we got back in December at the Game Awards. And the reasoning for that is we actually did a separate stream where we talked about that, so we won't be covering the Game Awards trailer.
Yeah, we did talk about the Game Awards trailer, so yeah. And yes, I'm back, everyone. I have returned from a slight Knuckles attacked me. Yeah. We go with that. Knuckles attacked me, and I had to beat him up.
Did you win?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I ended up having to give him the Master Emerald. Yes, I stole it.
Why would you steal it, Joyce?
For fun. I wasn't actually going to use it or anything.
So, I admit that I'm going to ask, I don't really remember the Super Bowl trailers. Because the only ones recent on my mind are the 20-second ones going by. And today's.
Alright.
I remember bits.
Just, a lot of stuff that's been sown recently is still part from that Super Bowl trailer. Yeah. But of course, the one scene where Knuckles says, "Does it look like I need your power?" and that's from the Super Bowl. That's the Super Bowl one. So the meme.
The meme that I really love, and it's basically dying off already. Every time I like a meme, it dies off really fast. But a meme I hate, it just lasts forever.
Because the meme you hate actually has a lot more things you can do with it.
Yeah, apparently Uganda Knuckles can last years, but Knuckles approving our memes. Nope, that's terrible. We can't do anything with that.
Because some people actually did something hilarious with Uganda Knuckles. That's why it lasted so long.
No one, you don't lie to me. Uganda Knuckles was not funny.
It's VR chat. On VR chat, it's funny because it's always funnier when you literally see someone get chased around by little demon Knuckles getting spit on every 10 seconds, just because they did not like the woman that they're calling queen at the moment.
What in the hell are you talking about?
Spit on them, brothers! Spit on them!
I don't know anything about that meme because I found disgust to it the second I saw it. I was like, oh, this is not a meme I'm gonna like, is it? And I was like, oh, nope.
I know, but the VR chat versions, it's hilarious because people get chased around by the little bastards.
What I do remember from the Super Bowl is I want to mention. I do remember we got a lot more voice lines from Knuckles, and we even got some in the new trailer. Because before we only had the whole.
No, that's the Super Bowl trailer. Like the Game Award trailer was blah whatever. The Super Bowl trailer, the Super Bowl trailer did give a lot more, like the big game trailer. Like I know, like this, like the. I mean, I still think I know that the freaking Super Bowl trailer had new stuff in it, including the deaf egg robot. But you know, however, we'll actually get to the deaf egg robot because the final trailer actually showed something interesting about that.
Very true.
But we'll get to it. We'll get to that when we actually get to the final trailer.
Can't wait. And if anyone's curious what Knuckles' lines were, I think Knuckles' lines are some of the most interesting ones that they showed. Because one of the ones that I recall specifically is that he claims it's his destiny to defeat Sonic, and I'm just sitting there like, what do you mean?
Mural.
Okay.
It's my destiny to defeat Sonic. He's an evil blue hedgehog, and I need to kill him. Like, what? Okay.
And also, we won't really be covering. I want to talk about this real fast. Just to say, I won't be covering it. Yes, I know Knuckles is getting his own show. We don't know anything about it other than Idris Elba is apparently returning to voice Knuckles, which I'm pretty hyped about. And we're also getting a third Sonic movie. Blah blah blah. I think Metal Sonic will be the villain. Blah blah blah. We know nothing about those. I can't talk about them.
Metal Sonic pulls out a gun and shoots Tails.
Yes,
that's how the movie starts.
And
Tails dies.
Just to quickly cover this on why I think it's Metal Sonic and not, Shadow, because everyone thinks it's Shadow for some reason. I still think it's too early for Shadow. Like, I really do.
Like, I'm gonna say while they do, have adventure aspects in Sonic 2, it seems to only be adventure aspects at the moment. So the third movie might have some things.
The only Adventure 2 thing is the SA-2 on the helicopter. Well, that's
and also gun, but that's in Sonic Adventure as well. Just there's guns, gun. But I'm just saying, like I know that Sonic 3 will probably have SA-2 stuff and probably will end with us seeing Shadow at that point. But because yeah, true. That too. Or of course the however, as I said, the third movie could be a mixture of Sonic CD and Sonic Adventure.
That's true. They could do replace Gamma's story and just have Metal Sonic be in place.
And people go like that's the first Sonic Adventure. Is go like, but what about Gamma? And it's go like, Gamma was a cool character, but I don't think they would put him in a movie. Yeah. Just saying.
Like he barely existed to pretty much give an emotional story.
And then he died.
Yeah. And then never returned. So So, like I said, know about it, but my personal thing is save Shadow for a TV show, maybe something separate from Knuckles, because I honestly don't think we could do Shadow's origin and have it fit in a movie. Plus, I don't think the movie people would
I would
want
say,
a 12-year-old being shot.
like, if the Knuckles rap doesn't show anywhere in the movie, it's an automatic 0 out of 10. It automatic, it sucks. Okay.
Like, yeah, imagine that you get a text from him like, Joyce, I'm about to watch the Knuckles show. About a minute later, I'm like 20 minutes later, I'm like, the show sucks. The rap isn't in the show. I hate it.
Like, I'm even talking about the Sonic 2 movie. I just go like, you see it, like, where's the Sonic, where's the Knuckles rap? Where is it? It's not here. The movie sucks.
I imagine it plays like as Knuckles walks on screen.
Like, oh no, it's Knuckles. Holy fuckles, it's Knuckles.
That was basically my reaction. I don't remember if we talked about it in the Game Awards one, but for those who were basically curious about my reaction, I was just like, Knuckles! My boy!
I just go like, bro, he looks good. Look at him.
Like, cause you see that red for a second, I was like, Knuckles? And then I was like, and I hear him speak, and I was like, my God. I'm like, why does he sound so sexy?
Like I'm gonna say, like, I'm sorry, but like, Knuckles just look like, even now, like, I'm gonna say this. I don't know why, but Knuckles has just progressively been looking better throughout every trailer he's been in.
Right.
It's like he kept on upgrading slightly upgrading every trailer he's in. Like, graphic upgrade.
Speaking of, something that people pointed out and that is worrying some people is the lack of Tails in trailers.
Let's go like.
And honestly, I'm going to say it. Most of the footage they've shown is reused.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my take on it, is that Tails is definitely in the movie and is definitely an important character. They've just been reusing footage and showing scenes where Tails isn't in it.
And it has been confirmed that we will get a split off from the humans and Sonic and Tails. So we'll have just them two talking to each other and stuff. So they Tails will have lines. It's just that even if you think about it, even in the game itself, Tails, yes, he was like a sidekick and stuff, but even in certain games, he's not that much of a big plot point, if you know what I mean. He's still going to be there, but Tails has always had a somewhat a back seat sometimes, unless we're talking about, Sonic Heroes or certain games where you can play as them, But, other in other areas, he takes a back seat almost. But he still has dialogue, so.
And I think that's what's going to kind of happen is like he's going to help out in the final battle, because clearly he's not going to help against Knuckles. He really can't do anything with that.
I mean, he's going to help out in the final battle, but I think it ultimately fails because of, a certain shot in the final trailer of, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Because that's the recent trailer, and that's what everyone will remember most about it.
Yeah, that's the one I've watched like 8 times today.
Like, Death Egg Robot, get Death Egg Robot.
Because I woke up, because I've been waking up late recently.
You're still like, oh man, I woke up late. What, is a trailer at?
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I was like, okay, it's late. Might as well see what's up on YouTube, because, that's like the first thing I do every morning is open YouTube. Oh, man, first thing I saw was the trailer. I was like, God damn, YouTube, you're working fine today.
It's like, damn, the final trailer. Look at that. I can finally cover it.
And it said final. I was like, final? Am I free?
Am I free? 5 million posters. Fuck.
Cries. But speaking of, after the Super Bowl, they posted a poster. And I hate doing call-outs, but I have to call it out. They didn't credit all the voice actors and actors.
No.
And yes, I know that they eventually went back and fixed it, but it's still an issue that it wasn't there in the first place.
But I'm going to say at least they did fix it.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not too anal about it, but, it's just, can you at least give credit to them? I'm not going to be super anal, but at least give credit.
Exactly. Because I mean, which apparently I don't remember if this is true or not because it's been years since obviously I saw advertisements for the first Sonic movie, and I really don't want to go back to that. But apparently Ben Schwartz wasn't credited in some of the posters for the first Sonic movie, even though he voices the main freaking character. And like I read that, I was like, really? He's like the most important character besides Jim Carrey. Like how did you not credit him? And the answer to that is they just didn't, I suppose. Because why would you want to credit your main character?
It's just a funny thing.
Yeah.
Funny.
Which one thing I will mention. This feels a lot more like a Sonic movie. I think it was. I don't remember if it was on stream. I said this, but like the basic thing of the first Sonic movie.
I'm not saying it was bad. It's just that
It's not. No, I love it.
It didn't feel Sonic enough.
Yeah, like the way I describe it is, it's basically a buddy cop movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the feel it gives me, and I like buddy cop movies. They're fun. It's a fun family movie, but something someone said a long time ago, which I think I might have said this at one point, is basically if you remove Sonic and just replace him with a different CGI character and give them the ability to move fast, the movie really wouldn't change anything. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I hate to admit it. I love this movie, but you are right.
Everything. But now with the second movie, there's the Master Emerald, the different stuff going on. Eggman actually being more like Eggman, so it feels more like Sonic.
Like that first movie.
Knuckles and Tails, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that first movie was definitely, I think, was the company seeing if people really wanted like some actual Sonic stuff in the movie, I guess.
Mm-hmm. However, it's find it funny. Sonic in Sonic 2 seemingly is basically how video game movies should be done.
Yeah. I mean, I would even say, besides not really being that like accurate enough to the source material, the first movie did well enough in terms of its references.
And the truth is that when you're doing a movie, you don't always have to just you don't always have to
like copy paste, essentially.
Yeah, copy paste. Every single thing of the game world into the movie, because the Sonic stuff that's going on even in 2 is different from the games.
Oh,
it's similar, but it's different.
Like,
and
a movie that is a good example of this is the Tomb Raider movie, which I'm going to say I like the Tomb Raider movie, but it is literally just the game. Like I watched that movie and I was like, man, this is literally the game from like 2013. And I get it, and I know someone's going to be, you're a video game fan. Don't you like that? Sure, but why would I want the movie to just be the game? If I wanted to play the game, I'd go home and play it. But at the same time, you don't want too many creative liberties, like that original design we saw that haunts my nightmares these days. And for some reason, on YouTube, it's still used as the poster for the movie, and I do not know why. But Sonic Movie 2 is like, from the trailers, is a perfect example of taking some creative liberties, because obviously Knuckles and the Master Emerald were not in the second Sonic game.
Uh-huh.
But it's still doing, like, it's still like referencing stuff, but it's still doing its own thing. And I want to mention a thing that people have pointed out in trailers, that Sonic apparently hasn't had character growth. And I think that's the point of this movie. Because from the trailers, his character is basically the same as the first one. But I do think by the end, he's going to be a bit more mature.
Mm-hmm.
Because a complaint I never got personally, which this is one of the things that I disagreed on with a lot of people, was they found Sonic like an annoying kid in the first movie, which I thought was the point, personally. I thought that was the entire point of his personality. Which, I don't know. Because I mean, they literally called the movie Sonic Kid Sonic. That or teenage. I think it's Teenage Sonic, actually. They even know he's a teenager in, like, all forms. So, I don't understand it. I'm trying to remember what was the next poster they did, because good God, they did a lot of posters. I think it was that snowboarding one, which is when I started. Actually, no, I think it was the next Super Bowl, because after the original Super Bowl, which mainly just showed a lot of Sonic and Knuckles, and I know we're not going in depth. Like personally, those Super Bowls are really old at this point. I'm pretty sure everyone who hasn't seen them has seen them, and there's not a lot of digging into depth because, like I said, most of it is just reuse shots. But they did an interesting thing. They did 2 damn Super Bowls where they did first they did a joke of like heads or tails, and oh, it landed on tails, haha. And then it landed on tails, and then it turned evil, and it gave us more insight into basically what Eggman's up to, which is evil stuff because he's Eggman. And between all that, it's not movie, but I'm just going to briefly mention it, that they're doing a prequel comic, which first off is called the prequel, and I fucking love it.
Sonic 2, the prequel.
And it was actually written by Jim Carrey. Then, which was the most surprising thing to me, because I was already surprised this man returned. I didn't expect him to come back for a sequel, but when it was announced he did, I was like, wow, he never does sequels. Like, I'm sure there's a handful of sequels he's done, but in most instances,
however, I think it's just because he genuinely liked playing Eggman.
That is what most people think, and that's why people think why he was the one who wrote the comic, is because he just likes playing the character.
Because like the truth about Eggman is that even though he's a villain, he's also comedic.
Yeah.
And Jim Carrey loves when stuff is comedic. So, but I think Jim Carrey likes it not because it's not only because Eggman's comedic, but Eggman can get real serious, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Eggman.
It's just there's like a lot of stuff about and I mean I just think he has fun doing the movie stuff, so
yeah. Which people keep asking me about it. Well, not keep. I think I was asked about it recently. But I'm fine with the design of Eggman. I know it isn't exactly what we thought it was going to look like, because there were rumors that he was going to be wearing a fat bodysuit and look closer to Eggman. I think this is the closest we're going to get to the video game design.
I mean, I feel like the real life Eggman does not need to be, doesn't need to always be fat all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know some people will probably take these comments as, like, oh, you think like everything has to be like the video games. It's like, no, I think there should be differences. I have said it multiple times that I don't want any of these movies to just be the games.
Mm-hmm. And I just go like, and if they ever get around to doing a Kirby movie, I just go like, I know it'll be probably more kid oriented because, well, Kirby, but I'm just hoping they would be a little bit different and just not like a plot from one of the games, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, they can still have stuff from the games, mind you, much like Sonic did, and what Sonic 2's doing, really. But like the perfect video game movie is what Sonic 2 is basically doing. It's throwing a bunch of references to the thing it came from and plots it came from, but it's also making it different at the same time.
Exactly.
Boy.
Anyway, after that TV spot, I thought I was free. And then they did a fucking Matrix trailer. No joke!
I know.
And no, not covering it. It didn't show anything new. It was basically a joke of like, oh, which quill are you going to choose? Blue or red? Which is a reference to the blue pill or red pill. Which I have never seen The Matrix. So, go ahead. Hate me all you want, but I know it's a reference to that. And it didn't really show anything else besides showing Sonic and Knuckles and basically being like, which side are you going to choose? Which I think works better in Japan because in Japan the movie's called Sonic versus Knuckles. So there's that. And then after that, I thought I was free. And it was Valentine's Day, and I was feeling happy. And then they did a Valentine's Day TV spot. I'm not kidding. But this one actually showed new stuff. So we can actually talk about it, which it basically showed the bromance between, personally, my favorite human character besides Eggman, which is Agent Stone. And it basically opens up. Agent Stone's all sad and depressed. He misses Eggman. Eggman shows up. And he's all happy. And then they beautifully hug. Except not really. As usual, Eggman abuses him. But he does admit that he missed Agent Stone, so I guess that's a plus. Yeah. And just so Joyce knows, because I know you're not really on Twitter, the guy who plays him, whose name I completely forgot, so that's on me. He basically plays Agent Stone on Twitter, and it's hilarious. Like I think I've told you about some of the things he's tweeted about, like about the balloon. Like he said he was trying to tell Eggman the hot air balloon's weakness when that was happening during November before we got the trailer, which maybe people think we were getting the trailer on Thanksgiving. You know how the Super Bowls had like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Straight up, he was like, "What's that red thing with the doctor?" And I was like, "Oh, he's just telling buddy. I'm sorry." I had that. And after that, we got more posters because my insanity can't be kept in place. No. They got to burn that and fry it 5 times over. I thought they loved me. First, they start filming on my birthday, but don't wish me a happy birthday. And then they do this to me, Joyce. I'm gonna cry. But the vessels were interesting. Which they were mostly the Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Ones that I'm sure people have seen, which I like. And then we eventually got that updated one of the a poster we got after the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Which had all the updated names on it, which I'm glad they did. Like, if there's one thing I can give this company no matter what, is that they at least listen.
That's true.
Like, you can talk about all that stuff all you want. And then, finally, after days, months, we can finally talk about the fastest trailer ever. A literal 20-second trailer. Why are we talking about it? Isn't it the same trailer? Nope. Some shots were removed. Mostly the joke ones.
Joke
so
shots.
We might as well go over it. I think there's only 4.
There's one with Ben Schwartz and Sonic Shoe, then Sonic, then Ibris and Knuckles, gloves, and then the old Sonic design with a X on top of it, or a no thing. Which
for anyone who caught that, Ben Schwartz was actually doing a classic Sonic pose where he looks at his wrist if you leave him idle for too long, where he would actually tap his foot from being impatient, because that's Sonic for you. And finally, 30 minutes in, we can finally talk about the new trailer.
It's finally long-awaited, 30-minute long fucking trailer.
The new trailer is awesome, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You do it. Come on.
I'll do it. So the trailer starts with the trailer starts now thing. as they snowboard through the letters, which is epic. Look, well, this is what happens when you get someone who has artistic views to direct your films. That, or you get Alien Covenant. But you know what? I've said my piece on
Let's
that.
not talk about that. We don't need to beat that dead horse anymore.
Look, man, I missed the boat on that. Which is on me, so. But we open up with a wedding. Ah, so romantic. And then Tom gets a phone call.
They see fucking Sonic freaking carrying Knuckles. Not Knuckles, just kidding.
Tails.
I got you.
Which I thought was real. Which is interesting enough, they don't name drop Tails in this. So, perhaps they finally did what I wanted them to do. Is it going to be Miles in the beginning? Please? If you don't do it, I'll rate it 0 out of 10.
Too bad, it's not going to be Miles.
0 out of 10 movie, not even going to watch.
Cry about it.
I will. I'll post about it on Twitter.
Start.
Well, white girl jump scare. There we go. Who knows? Streaming.
Wow.
Can't really input that. Yeah, I said the meme.
I have a better jump scare for you.
Yeah. What?
Kirby jump scare.
Pink. I ain't afraid of pink puffball.
You will be. You will be.
The only thing I'm afraid of is being spoiled by people who have already played the Forgotten Land demo.
Hey, don't worry. I say the second, like you're going to get the game and you turn on YouTube for 1 second, and then all the bosses will be put out.
Yeah, probably. I'm ready for it.
It's like I don't get too messed up about it because I go like, oh, the Kirby game, the plot's going to be somewhat simple, even if it's new and stuff, and there's probably new plot points as well. But I mean, I'd rather go in it blind. But if something happens, I'm not going to start crying about it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Also, one point out, Tom's ringtone, I'm pretty sure is Emerald Hill. I don't remember the exact song, but it was actually at the end of the first movie. Though it could actually be Green Hill, but I don't really fully remember. Either way, I want that fucking ringtone. Even though I have my phone on silent 24/7, so it wouldn't even matter. Anyway.
Too bad.
And basically Sonic's like, yo, bro, need help? And we see the return of the rings, because that's what everyone wanted, right? If not, too fucking bad. The rings are returning. And honestly...
Cry about it.
Well, I don't have an opinion on it.
Too bad, cry about it.
No. You cry about it.
No.
You have to have an opinion too, Joyce.
Well, too bad. Suck pee-pee.
Joyce, you have to have an opinion.
Nope.
You can't be neutral on this.
Nope.
Joyce, this isn't how this is supposed to work. You have to have an opinion.
Nope.
Knuckles gonna beat you up again. Gonna tell him you're trying to steal the Master Emerald.
Nah,
yeah.
Don't worry. I already took care of him.
What'd you do to Knuckles, Joyce?
I said Eggman stole it again.
Oh, you know what? That is the more believable. But basically, the ring is used and snow pours out. Beautiful, beautiful snow that I hate so much. And also, if anyone's curious, the wedding's for Maddie's sister, Rachel, or whatever her name was.
Snow, sweet, sweet snow. I've always hated it.
Oh god.
SpongeBob reference, can't help it.
Also, I don't think they said who Rachel was marrying because she was supposedly alone in the first movie.
Get Pingoed on.
Yeah, you know that's the answer to all this, to all the problems. She's marrying Pingos, guys. Anyway, she's apparently upset that not only is her wedding, ruined, but that there's two.
There's two of them.
Yeah, so
now there's two of them.
That's upsetting. I mean, probably. I wouldn't be upset by it.
It turns out your boy Robotnik is back.
That's true.
Robotnik, you dumb Robotnik.
That is very true. But I'm curious how they're going to use the name in this one. Because in the first movie, his name was actually Robotnik. And he later, and he kind of just started being called Eggman at the end. Because
that's Sonic's calling him that. He probably still calls himself Robotnik right now, but he like the Eggman thing was modern. He feel like in the original series he was still Robotnik, and I feel like he just kept on getting mad at Sonic calling him Eggman and shit. Like, don't call me Eggman, you little piece of garbage.
I mean, Agent Stone is always calling him Robotnik.
Oh, speaking of which, we have to get to the Knuckles showing up again.
That was awesome. Like, Robotnik finally returns, and Agent Stone is happy. Then he sees that red thing.
Calls it a porcupine.
Yeah, and Knuckles proceeds to break his wrist.
Knuckles just goes like, "I am a warrior echidna."
Yeah, I think he says echidna from the I think he drops the echidna tribe, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. I think like he calls himself an echidna warrior, so I'm pretty sure that's revolving around the tribe.
Like that, yeah, because I remember when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, they're actually like hinting at this stuff, which makes me wonder if the Knuckles TV show is going to be past or present. But after that, we get some more stuff because this has got to go on and on and on.
Yep.
Why do they do this to me?
Cry about it.
You cry about it.
No. Cry about it.
You first.
Too bad. Cry about it.
Joyce, I'm gonna sucker punch you.
Oh, I'm so scared. Are you Knuckles? No.
Anyways, I'm totally not looking at the trailer right now because I totally haven't forgotten. That's totally not. I'm totally trying not to buy time for that. That's all I'm doing. Oh, and then next we have that really cool shot with the ring and Knuckles is standing in front of it, which was in the last trailer. I totally did not have to look at the trailer for this.
I need to actually remember something.
Yeah, I can't
blame you. Some things I can't actually remember.
Like
either.
I've only seen it a few times, and we talked about all the other stuff, and I've forgotten. Oh, and then Knuckles punched us to a truck. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and then he breaks his wrist. Oh, yep, there goes his wrist. And then Robotnik accepts his tea or his latte or whatever, because, goat milk. And we get a shot of that tornado. And hey, there's Gun. And then finally something we can actually talk about for longer than just 30 seconds. Robotnik seems to be using the Master Emerald on himself.
Mm-hmm. Do we see what happens right after? Or does it happen like at the end of the trailer? I keep on forgetting.
Like what?
With the tornado.
It seems like he's he's starting to create the tornado in the trailer.
Yeah. However, it's an interesting thing? Like, I noticed this. The interesting thing is, how the Death Egg robot appears in the tornado? The tornado is not there to be a tornado. He's creating the Death Egg robot from all the scrap parts and stuff with the Master Emerald's power.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm just going, okay, so the Master Emerald can create giant robots of destruction. So that's where he gets all of his parts to make that shit. He just literally makes the Emerald make it for him.
I don't know how many times he's stolen it, Maybe that's what he's used it for.
Like at first he did it manually, but then he goes, "Oh wait, this emerald can do that? Epic! I'm gonna steal it all the time." Knuckles goes like,
oh,
"My life just got 10 times harder."
yeah, Knuckles gets back from his coffee break. He's like, "Where's the Master Emerald?" But,
Eggman.
and like he sees Eggman like holding the thing, like running on. He's like, "Eggman, get back here!" He's like, "Oh no, Knuckles!"
Eggman just gets fucking sent into the next dimension with Knuckles punching the shit out.
And I love how calm Eggman is, like in the early parts of this trailer. Like we're like I feel that's what's gonna be like. He's calm and collected because he's confident that he's tricked Knuckles, and Knuckles isn't gonna find out that he's lying. But obviously, he's gonna find out. And I'm ready for it where Knuckles will be like, "You lied to me," and he's like, "Well, lied, it's like lied is a bit of a rude word for it."
I'm actually wondering, like, I'm curious. Knuckles doesn't show up anywhere in like the final, fight scene with the Death Egg robot. Knuckles is not anywhere for what I've been seeing. Of course, they could be hiding that. I'm just going like it's like he's been left out. Like poor Knuckles has been fucking knocked.
But I had to assume he's either at that point he's either still working with Eggman because he's still being lied to, or they don't show it and maybe he's climbing on top of the Death Egg robot, which I think is more his style than hitching a ride on Tails' plane, even though he's also done that before.
Yeah, because Knuckles can climb, of course, like, when Sonic's going, well, I'm not going to say anything, because that'll be spoilers, even though there's a toy showing it, but, I'm not going to say it. Spoilers. Spoilers! Even though, it's kind of self-explanatory what's going to happen, because of Sonic and blah, 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 blah. Anyways.
And next, we see probably one of my favorite things that this movie seems to be doing with the lore. An aloe mural.
Uh-oh, it's the singing. Look how it's the...
No. That franchise, that is deader than my love life. All right?
Too bad it's the singing now.
It is not.
No, it's Longclaw. It's Longclaw. I'm making a joke. It's
a character we actually like and care about.
Even though the quote-unquote singing now was literally just a clockwork statue that we implemented into the dead story. Yeah.
You don't understand the reference? Haha, you missed it, and you can't watch it anymore. It's long gone like that, like all my other videos.
Like you can't watch it anymore, and you'll probably be glad you didn't watch it. Anyways.
I'm glad I didn't watch it. Or can't watch it anymore. But, someone pointed out, everyone's pointed out, is that the aloe mural is probably a reference to Sonic 1, is what I believe they said. I think it's like Labyrinth Zone. I wouldn't know. I have actually never played the first Sonic game. Blah blah, fake fan, blah blah. So we're gonna skip ahead where people are done calling me a fake fan because I've never played the original game, which is also because I've never had the opportunity because I was born in '99 and I didn't have the right console for it. So, boo-hoo on me. But apparently, in the Labyrinth Zone, a stage I'm not looking forward to playing when Sonic Origins finally fucking drops. Because seriously, we still don't know anything about that. But apparently, in that stage, there were actually like owls, like owl faces on the like walls, which most are seeming to think that it's a reference to that, which I can believe. I don't, like I said, don't have room to talk. Have never played the game, and will eventually play it when Origins drops.
Cry about it.
Why would I cry about it?
I'm just saying that just because I can. That's why.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, show me Sonic Frontiers, Joyce. Show me the gameplay.
Cry about it.
Show me the gameplay.
No, cry about it. You have to wait until Sega shows some shit, and you know it.
Yeah, and I have ideas on when that's going to be, unfortunately.
Summer!
Yeah. The answer is soon. Like, just to basically quickly go over that, because this is not a video for that.
So,
I, I do think it will be the Summerfest games or whatever. And no, I will probably not do a video covering it. I don't know. It depends on if it
right.
interests me enough. Because it has to be legit gameplay this time.
And if it's not, it can go suck pee pee.
Yeah, if it's not actual gameplay, then I won't do a video on it. But, that's what oh, and then these touch activates. Wow, I knew that. And it seems to activate from Sonic touching it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Nope, no idea what that could mean for the story. So, one of my personal hopes, and this has been my hope since like we heard that Knuckles was going to be in. I really do hope that there's some kind of like thing of Sonic being mad at Knuckles because he's part of the Echidna tribe that probably killed his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And Knuckles probably has no idea what Sonic is talking about because maybe time flows differently. Which I can personally believe that time does flow differently. So, like, it's been so long since, you know, in the game canon, Knuckles is the last Echidna. And that's one of my biggest questions for this. Is he the last Echidna in the movie canon? And if he is, how does it differ? Because in the games, you know, he's the last Echidna because Chaos got a bit upsetty when people decided to fuck over some Chow, and he kind of went on a rampage and pretty much killed the shit out of everything. Knuckles was an interesting idea
And
of
of course,
like,
Knuckles doesn't know the backstory of that either, because whoever instigated that attack wouldn't, wouldn't say anything about it. They would just say they were. And to think about it, maybe in this movie canon, the Echidnas weren't the one who inherited the Master Emerald. Think about it. That statue of the owl was glowing green like the Master Emerald.
yeah, very true.
So I just go like had glowing green parts. So I'm just going like maybe the part of the tribe that Longclaw was. They actually were the ones who originally were protecting the the Master Emerald, and since whoever was the lead of the Echidna tribe back then wanted it for power, and they went for it and they got it. But however, most likely that's where Chaos comes into play. They angered Chaos within the Master Emeralds. It'll be different from how it happened in Sonic Adventure, not with the KO any like the the
The
little
Chow.
KOs or the Chows, yeah, without the Chows or anything, but they could still be involved if if they if freaking Longclaw and the rest of their tribe actually knew about the Chow coming from the Master Emerald and stuff and living
Yeah.
around it, stuff like that.
But now I just want
And
CGI Chow. Now I want that in the movies.
however, the funny thing is that it is a lot of the chaos, not that Master Emerald imagery has water around it. That's what I
Yeah.
find interesting. There's water around it. They go like, and chaos is made out of water. So it's a blatant reference, and
Yeah.
and if Knuckles is truly last of his kind and only knows stuff from murals and stuff like that, he would think that even if even if the owls made it, the Echidna tribe took that over. So he would think the Echidna tribe did it that he was a part of. So yeah, it's
Yeah, there's a lot of story potential for stuff like this. Like, I honestly think that maybe Knuckles' whole life has possibly been lied to make it sound like that maybe the owls stole the Master Emerald from them and they were just taking it back.
But however, it turns out the Echidna tribe wanted more power, so they directly went after the Master Emerald.
And I think that also means they could do more stuff with Longclaw. Because let's be honest, Longclaw isn't. She's an interesting concept, but as a character, hasn't had anything done because she existed purely to make it where Sonic has to be alone just so he can have friends later.
And like that's true, but and also Longclaw, like Longclaw and stuff had the so. And maybe the Echidna takeover of the Master Emerald thing has already happened, and Longclaw is one of the last surviving of the race that you know,
Yeah, that would make
the
sense.
Owl tribe, and she found Sonic. And if the Owl tribe knew about the Blue Hedgehog, she, like the Longclaw, she would know that Sonic had power, and most likely she would know that the Echidnas would also know that. So she desperately tries to hide it, but Sonic won't let it go down until one day the Echidnas find them, and then you know the rest is history. With Longclaw basically getting brutally slaughtered by them stupid Echidna tribes. However, that's an interesting thing, though, if you think about it. So the Echidna tribe was around when Sonic was a baby, right?
Yeah.
So could there possibly be some sort of time dilation happening?
Could be.
But maybe. But yet again, Tails comes to Earth specifically looking for
Yeah, looking
Sonic.
for Sonic, so.
So
And
most
that,
likely, I think Longclaw might still be
yeah, I
alive,
was at the Long
or
Mines, because who told
or
Tails?
yeah, or simply, Longclaw could have told Tails before she died.
Oh, I just thought of this, okay? Alright, this is just me throwing a theory out the window. I just thought of this. What if Tails saw the mural? Like in the Echidna tribe, like maybe he'll sneak around and saw it.
Huh. That would be true, but and since it'll be only Knuckles there, it'll be more easier to do it.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's true. I don't think that's right, but it's just a sort of theory thing of like, maybe.
Yeah. I still feel like more like, but I couldn't say that because Tails looks kind of confused at that owl statue, so I'm not sure if he got that. It's unknown where he got that information from right now.
Yeah, that's the big thing, because people, like, the thing to remember this is a whole new story. They have not met yet. Like, he specifically comes to Earth to look for Sonic. And the wording is what really, like, we have to kind of use what's in the trailers and at the end of the first movie.
And Tails
obviously,
literally says that he hopes he's not too late.
exactly, as if something is supposed to, as if he knows something's going to happen, and Sonic needs his help.
And I'm wondering if Tails knows about Eggman too.
Maybe.
Because it's just kind of a thing, but like, okay, maybe Tails knows about the blue hedgehog on the mural. Maybe don't know about his name, but like he's looking for Sonic. But I don't think Tails ever name drops Sonic's name until later on. So Tails might not know his name, but he might know that he's a blue hedgehog. So
yeah, the only name drop we get is when he, in the original trailer, when he throws that missile, like when the missile gets shot at him. Which by that point, they presumably already exchanged their names.
Mm-hmm. However, I'm wondering if I'm wondering about that whole names Tails thing. Like he actually might be named Miles first because that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's just interesting about that.
Which I did a whole talk on that, and the basic of my opinion is I hope they change it to Miles, and just to cement the friendship
Just
more.
First.
Yeah,
just at first, but then Sonic keeps on nicknaming him Tails over the times. At first, Miles probably didn't like it, but after all the time he's been through and realized that his own Tails are one of his most, one of his most important, parts of him, he's just gonna just say, Like, I love how he says in the trailer, names Tails, like, confidently. He looks like he's confident, but it's kind of odd on how it's happening because I don't know exactly how the trailer's gonna go, and of course it could be audio mixing.
Yeah.
Because like how Tails says the name's Tails on the plane, that doesn't necessarily mean he's actually saying it there.
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously, like, in my opinion, like, it would be a weird spot to have them introduce themselves, since we learned in a different trailer that the plane is them trying to fight the Death Egg robot,
Mm-hmm.
which that's obviously not beginner stuff.
I'm gonna say that presumably fails big time because of a certain scene later on in the trailer. We haven't even got to it yet, but we might as well just talk about it with Sonic on the ground next to the Master Emerald and the Death Egg robot looming over both of them in the background.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's an awesome show. And I'm gonna point out real quick. Yes, it's the Master Emerald. I actually saw some people think it was the Chaos Emerald because of its look. It is the Master Emerald. I know it looks really small. It's a simple size trick thing. It is the Master Emerald.
However, the Master Emerald has been smaller before, so it's not. Actually, it has been that small before, so it's not.
That's pretty much why I said there. Everyone who's complained that it was too small to be the Master Emerald, well, like, this thing has changed. The size of the Master Emerald is so inconsistent. Like, I will not even try to defend it. But after that whole owl shot, there's a cute little laser on Tails. That's adorable. Oh, and then there's a million lasers, because guess what? Eggman and Knuckles are here to absolutely murder them all. Well, kid-friendly murder. Anyway, and a really cool thing, Sonic destroys one of the lame-looking robots. Yes, I still think they're lame. They need color, damn it. And grabs a piece of it and uses it to snowboard.
And then Knuckles does the exact same thing.
Which I'm gonna find funny, because I don't think they should. I have to look at it. I think he just comes out of, like, fire, and he has one. Yeah, so it doesn't show it. I'm gonna laugh if, like, Knuckles purposely destroys one of Eggman's robots to, like, do the same thing.
And like freaking, he goes like, "Bro, why you smack my robot like that, man?"
Yeah. I can fully imagine.
Cool, man. That not cool, man. But yeah. And the chorus is like, I'm sorry, I love that little freaking part at the end where Knuckles trying to punch Sonic. like stay still so I can
Yes.
hit you. For a guy who's named Knuckles, you sure can't punch right, and then Sonic just gets fucking sent into the water. Should have kept his.
And I think
mouth.
that shows, like, the best qualities on it. It's like, okay, he's cocky and arrogant, which they have toned down. I know they've toned it down. Okay. At least IDW has. So, and don't even talk to me about how he is in the games. Okay. We don't need to talk about it.
That's just because of bad plot writing.
Yeah.
It's Ken Pender. Anyways.
Do not mention the demon here. We can talk about Bubsy nowadays, okay? I'm fine. Bubsy is whatever. I'm chill with Bubsy now. We've worked it out. We're friends now.
I'm fixing to say the C word.
Don't.
You go like, no, don't do it.
Don't do it, Joyce.
Don't say C word. See, crash. No.
Ah!
You said the C word. Now you're gonna get banished.
But I suppose I should bring up the unfortunate name, Ken Penders.
Ken Shitters.
Yes. For those who don't know about Ken Penders, this video will not be the video to learn about him, because there is so much bad shit.
Just shit. Let's just
But
say it. Just
the
shit.
worst thing that I will point out about him, okay, there's two. One, he apparently he originally because he was basically someone who wrote for Archie, Sonic, and
Mm-hmm.
he originally wanted two characters to have sex in the Archie comics.
Bruh.
The Sonic characters are underage. None of them are 18 besides Eggman and like Gerald and probably other characters I don't know of. But most of the characters, and specifically these two that were called out, were said to be underage. And if that's
Like,
not enough, he somehow won a lawsuit where he owns some of the Sonic characters. I don't know how.
however, minus apparently shade, of course, because Sega actually
You know,
officially
yep,
acknowledged shade.
yep.
So
Sega officially owns Shade, even though Ken Penders is an idiot. Okay, I don't like to call people stupid, but I've never seen someone so dumb like this before to think that he owns a concept. What I mean is, first off, he thinks he owns Shade because Sega didn't try to fight for ownership of Shade, but the fact that they put her in the
I'm gonna say that's not how it works.
it's not at all. That's literally
I'm
what
gonna
I thought.
say I'm gonna say they didn't fight. I'm gonna say they didn't fight over the ownership because they knew they owned it. There's no fighting over it.
And here's the bigger proof: if Ken Penders actually owned Shade, he would be able to go. He'd be able to bring them in the court for putting her in the official Sonic Encyclopedia, which
However, he can't.
yep, which he didn't. And he basically, when that was pointed out to him, he basically just took it as a jab at him from Ian Flynn because I guess they have history. I wouldn't know about it, but you can't own a concept. I'm just gonna say that. And the reason he thinks that is apparently he made a Echidna tribe and is like, oh no, I own this, and Sega can't do Echidna tribes. And I'm like, are you kidding? You can't own a goddamn concept. It's not how that works, man. Like,
It's like saying people own dinosaur designs. Like technically
exactly.
they can't. A dinosaur is a dinosaur. A T-Rex looks like a T-Rex. In fact, that's the main reason why you can actually use the Jurassic Park T-Rex design in most things, because they literally cannot own that design, because the T-Rex looks like a T-Rex, almost looks like a T-Rex in real life. You cannot copyright the design. You can copyright the roar and the specific, design colors and stuff like that, but you can't just say, oh, you can't make a T-Rex design just because Jurassic Park has a T-Rex. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
T-Rex was a real animal. You can't copyright a fucking animal.
But it's
Unless it's
okay. But it's okay.
unless it's a fake
He
animal.
owns such riveting concepts, Joyce, like Green Knuckles.
Yes,
Yes.
Green Knuckles. Yeah, I know about that. I heard like, yes, Green Knuckles.
I thought people were memeing when I heard about that one, and I was like, no, it's an actual character. He really made a character and named it Green Knuckles. Okay, you can own that one. I don't think anyone wants it. And the final thing I want to say is he did talk about the possibility of him making the Knuckles TV show, which I don't know why anyone
Hell
would.
no.
And basically, he said if they asked, he would gladly do so. They're not gonna fucking ask. Like, first off, I like to imagine that Paramount, or at least the people working on this
I was
stuff,
gonna say they want
knows
to.
enough. And secondly, think of the backlash they would get. Like, it would not be worth it. Anyway. Now we can go
Enough
back
of
to
that.
please. Which cuts to that car chase from the first trailer. Because, what? Where Sonic kicks the man, and the dude in the back basically insults his skills. Which, very rude, sir.
Sonic goes like, your negativity is not helping.
Exactly. Like, honestly, Move Sonic probably has my favorite personality of any of the Sonics we've had.
Like, And he's not being necessarily cocky or mean about it. He's just literally saying, I do not need you being negative right now.
It's kind of
Trying to
one of those
save your
things.
ass.
Yeah. I was say it's one of those things where like the character's like doing their best to try to help, and they're like you're doing terrible. It's like shouting isn't helping. Like it's basically that. It's like. It's like, bro. He's
okay,
like, bro.
Listen, I'm trying to save you. Can you at least be quiet for a few seconds?
Pretty much. I love it.
And I'm saying anyone. I'm gonna say anyone freaking would say that really.
Yeah, exactly. Makes like 10 balls in time. Hang on. And I guess we have that field, which is where the giant death egg robot was, and which we'll talk about that a little bit more because it's about to come up again. Where I presume Tom, can't really tell, is driving with Sonic. So he's still in the movie, as much as people don't want him in these movies for some reason.
He's not that bad of a character, Mike.
Honestly, he's much better than Chris Thorndike. I know Chris Thorndike had more personality than Tom. Since Tom's honestly a really basic character.
I'm gonna say here's the problem with Chris Thorndike. It's not that necessarily he was a bad kid. It was more of the way they implemented him into the plot. Yeah. They literally, for some reason, had to throw him in front of everything that's going on, and that honestly put his life in jeopardy alongside jeopardizing Sonic's mission to beat Eggman half the time. Don't get me started on Eggman's personality in Sonic X. I just go like, bruh, Eggman, you would hurt that kid if you got the chance. Are you saying you wouldn't? Eggman, shut up.
Yeah, that's one of the things. That's why season 3 is kind of one of the worst, even though it happens in one of the best moments of the show, because we get Dark Sonic, and I like Dark Sonic, but
and then,
he's like no, he's like kidnapping is fine, but if you hurt someone, that's too far. I'm like, bro, you blew up half the moon.
Eggman, you do that on a daily basis. You need to stop being hypocritical, you stupid fuck.
That's why I don't understand. It's mostly in the games where Eggman does something really bad, and they're like, "Oh, that's too far." Even for Eggman, I'm like, "Yeah, the guy who blew up half the moon as a warning, that's him doing this now is too far." Not when he no. It's y'all, do you know who you're fighting?
Yeah, I know. But I go okay, realistically, at least he didn't aim that beam at a freaking populated area first. Actually, that would have been more effective if he did that. Why didn't he do it?
because the whole moon thing. The whole moon thing was a warning. He planned to do that if they didn't surrender in 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. I know it's a warning, but I just go bruh. Eggman, they're not going to surrender. Just fucking blow them up and just create a new...
Which, funny enough, by the end of that game, he was like, "Grandfather, you went too far." I'm like, doing what? He's doing what you were pretty much going to do. Which, for anyone cares, pretty much blow up the fucking Earth.
I just go oh, great job, Eggman. Now what are you going to take over?
I mean,
wait a minute.
That's kind of what's fixed in recent games where he's like, "Oh, we don't want to destroy the planet. I want to take over it." And even when it's pretty much all destroyed, he's still kind of there's enough there. I can take over what's left. I'm like, wow, this man has his. I mean, and Lost World, because at the end of that game, because he was the final boss in that for some reason, where pretty much the world down below was all destroyed, and everyone's like, "There's enough left. I can take over that." And I'm like, wow. It's then again, that is the game that had Eggman punch ice and threaten to watch the Zeta, threaten the Zeta to make them watch as he burns down everything they care about, and strangle them, and eat their heart. Kid-friendly game, everyone.
Damn, Eggman over there being cannibal.
Well, maybe he did say, I think he said that a lot. It's been years since I played that. He definitely said that because he heard his hand breaking the ice, and it's like, "Oh, your hand." He's like, "Oh, I'll be fine if I get to strangle a Zeddy." I'm like, "Oh my god, Eggman." I'm holy shit. What'd they do to you, man? Well, I know what they did.
Other than going against him?
True. And taking over his robots, except Orbot and Cubot. But you know what? Who would want those two?
So taking over Obrat and Cubot's like physically impossible. They have the power of plot convenience on their side.
Imagine if Metal Sonic was in that game. Well, actually, if he was, we would have gotten a repeat of Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom, get your ass out of here, Sonic Boom.
Oh, there you go. That's a good song.
No, I'm talking about the game.
Oh, okay. Keep insulting.
Like I'm making fun of the game by using the Sonic Boom song. Okay, it's
Which the next shot in the trailer is what we talked about earlier: the Death Egg robot, and it's all giant and menacing. And everyone and their mother has pointed it out. It's bigger than it was in the game. What? Yeah, who knew?
Yes, because it's actually kind of a combination of that one and the giant one in space.
Very true.
Which it still is bigger than the giant one in space because I'm pretty sure this one is like literally the size of the MonsterVerse Mechagodzilla. So I'm just going like, Eggman, why you make it that big?
And it's also
Bro, it doesn't
weirdly.
Eggman, stop! Eggman, it doesn't that big. Eggman.
It's also weirdly around the same size as the one in Generations. Now that I think about it.
I think bigger actually. The one in Generations,
Was it?
it was slightly. The one in Generations was slightly taller than the one in normal Sonic because in the Generations size is actually I think the canonical size of what the Death Egg robot is supposed to be. How big it's supposed to be. The one in the movie, it's kaiju sized.
Yeah, it is humongous. Because I remember when we saw it in like the TV spot, when we saw its face and how big it was, I was like, that is way fucking bigger than it is supposed to be. That threw all my theories out the window. Because I had a theory.
Eggman just freaking made the fucking. I'm gonna fight Godzilla. Wait, what do you mean you're gonna fight Godzilla? I'm gonna fight him.
It's like you don't have any. It's like you don't have any mecha robot big enough for that. It's like, oh, I don't I? It's like you don't.
Hey, Master Emerald, come over here. What are you doing? Like, what's that tornado? What the fuck?
He's like, Godzilla, here I come! And Godzilla just like wrestling. He's like, so what the fuck is that? He's like, I've come to kill you, Godzilla!
Godzilla and then just promptly destroys the Death Egg robot.
Yeah, probably. Why Godzilla would be like, is that another mecha fucking Godzilla? Like,
wait, no, its face is wrong. I'm going to use my full power Hollow Earth breath to blast straight through it. Sonic goes like, I didn't even have to lift a finger.
Unironically, I'm pretty sure Godzilla and Sonic would be like chill friends because they're both like protectors of nature. But the next shot in the trailer,
I would say Godzilla might get a little bit pissy of how Sonic just constantly is a cocky little ass sometimes.
I mean, yeah.
Godzilla goes like, "Shut up." Like Godzilla goes like, "You very well know I can just literally breathe on you and you get radiation sickness."
He could probably just run it off because he can run off a virus apparently.
Probably. However, I don't think Sonic would necessarily want to mess with Godzilla at this point.
Yeah, and like
it'd be funny. Mess with him.
It'd be funny if like he goes super and then basically just like and Godzilla's like, the fuck was that?
Godzilla's like, damn, why you have to punch me like that? Damn.
He's like, damn, that actually feels like a bug.
Damn, son, you actually did something unlike them stupid human weapons.
I can't believe that.
Man, you actually pushed me back a few feet. Damn.
And then like Shadow shows up, and he's like, oh, another one. And he's like, and like as he does like his atomic ref, and as it reaches like chaos control. I can't imagine Godzilla's fucking face.
Like you did not just throw that at me. Bro, you did not just freeze time, bro, no, bro, no.
Yeah, next one is something everyone loves since Spider-Man No Way Home. The superhero being sad. because he's all sad and beaten up and is like, I can't do this. And is actually almost fucking murdered because Death almost steps on
Almost
him.
steps on him. Like the freaking Death Egg Roll goes like, ha ha ha, I win.
But then, in the last second, Tom saves Sonic. Eat your heart out, Sonic haters. Eat your heart out.
You mean Tom haters? You said Sonic haters and Tom haters, right?
Well, Sonic's not dead, so you know, they can eat their heart out.
Sonic gets ass whooped by giant ass robot. Anyone would get their ass whooped by giant ass robot. So I mean,
even Godzilla guys that's whooped by giant ass robot.
This isn't even the first time this happened either. The show of Mecha Godzilla, then he got his ass beaten by a cyborg chicken. Gigan. You know, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gigan.
He is supposed to be a chicken, isn't he?
He's not even really a chicken. He just looks like one, so everyone calls him a cyborg chicken. His space chicken.
The next shot you're wondering? Oh, it's the Banana Slammer Knuckles style.
Banana Slammer.
And then we get, hey, it's a Death Egg robot. That's nice.
Again.
Oh, yeah, shoots his missiles. And then we finally get a new shot of Rachel, whatever her name is, driving a go-kart and looking pissed the fuck off. Huh. Wonder if she's mad that someone ruined her wedding. I wouldn't be.
Maybe it's a certain blue hedgehog.
And next shot is a more interesting one over Rachel.
I hate that hedgehog.
Imagine she says that.
Like, damn, I thought Eggman said that. Damn, girl.
I would laugh so much because...
Like, oh, I hate that hedgehog.
And I'd be like, she said the thing, guys! She said the thing! And everyone's like, will you shut up? Who let this man-child in the building? Because I want to point out, if everything goes to plan, I will be seeing the movie a little after release. Like, a day or two. Which is what I'm hoping. Because I specifically told my mom, I was like, I want to see this movie where I can be loud with people. Like, sure, I find it annoying, but this is like a franchise I am fully passionate about, and if I have to be quiet, like, I don't think I'd be able to hold it in. Well, yeah. Also, next shot, we see Eggman, what I presume is fusing with the Master Emerald through some weird technology. Because he's basically green, and then, hey, look, now he's got green glowy. And I'm going to presume Knuckles did not say yes to this. Because in my mind, it wouldn't make sense for his character to agree to that. Hell, I'm willing to bet that he wouldn't even let Eggman borrow the Master Emerald since, you know, his whole thing is protecting it. And yes, he's done a shitty job at that, but I'd like to imagine that he at least tries in this canon. Because I just want to see his face when, like, he goes back to check on the Master Emerald, or like Sonic says that he stole the Master Emerald, and Knuckles is like, hang on, let me check this out. And then, like, he goes back, he's like, why is it gone? He's like, Eggman! And then, boom, Death Egg Robot's already too late. Sorry, I gotta text someone real quick. And then we have the Sonic punch thing, because Sonic punches. No shot if he punches. You don't know he doesn't. And then he gets punched through a TV. Damn. That might have been expensive. And then the thing that Joyce loves is finally here. Well, he's running through water. He slams Knuckles down. And then we get that little wrist lock thing. And then, finally, the thing goes yeah, and then Sonic gets punched, goes through the waterfall. Get your tickets now into your safer ways.
And he gets punched in the water. Chaos comes out of the water. Like, oh, no, Chaos, wait.
Look, this is my movie, bitch. Which I want to say, if they eventually do a Sonic Adventure movie, I want to see the lines like those classic lines that I find hilarious, said by actors. Which it probably
Where
would
you
be
going,
less.
you big drip?
Exactly, I think it'd be less funny because it's being said by people who, they weren't bad voice actors. I think voice acting was just kind of new at that time, so no one really knew what they were supposed to be doing exactly. But I think it'd be interesting to see these lines said in a way where it's like, okay, it's not all fuckery. And again, I love Sonic Adventure, and I love how cheesy it is. Like, and plus, let's be honest, we all want to hear Jim Carrey say, "No way, I can't believe this." We all want that. I'm gonna have dreams about that tonight. Just waiting for it to happen. Now, I'm gonna personally say something that some will probably disagree on. This trailer is much better than any of the Fallen Kingdom trailers, and I know, like that's mean to say, but for once, besides the Jurassic World Dominion trailer, a movie really doesn't spoil the entire bloody plot. Like, really, the only thing it's done is show the defect robot a little too much. Which, hey, that toy leak did that anyways. And yes,
And it
I've
leaked
seen it.
something else. But we won't talk about it, just in case you haven't seen it. We'll probably talk about it after the video, of course, but not here.
Yeah.
Stinky. There you go. There's my stinky for the day.
You have to get one out a day. Is that the rule?
No. I say a lot more than just one, but I'm just saying for the video, that there it is.
Take a shot for every time Joyce says stinky in a video.
All right, stinky. No, Joyce, you're killing them, Joyce.
I was gonna say, well, that's actually a lot less now because I deleted all of those videos.
Hey, don't worry, I'll make the count larger. No, Joyce, wait. You're killing
Joyce,
them, Joyce. No.
Joyce, don't kill the audience.
I'm killing them. No. So stupid. Anyways. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it about the trailer, though, even though we literally derailed like 5 times. Oh,
I think
wow, a normal video.
I think that was the least. I think that was the least we've ever derailed, honestly.
But still, that's just like a normal video. We will derail, okay, everyone?
Yeah. So if you ever complain to me that, oh, you guys derailed at points, it's like, yep.
We do that all the time.
Very true. And I'm finally free. And also, Sonic movie team, you put out another trailer. I'm gonna spawn in your bedroom at 3 a.m. and can crawl out of your fucking closet and choke you to death. Don't put out another trailer, because I won't cover it. And I'm not even fucking kidding. They put out any more stuff, I'm not covering any of it.
They can suck pee-pee.
They
not really, but...
They should have wished me a happy birthday.
Cry about it.
There's still a chance tomorrow.
Cry about it.
No. I don't want to.
I'm going to say this. Sonic isn't going to do it because Sonic likes to troll people, and you already know this.
Well,
especially someone named Fidel.
Well, he can control Fidel. That's what.
I mean, he likes doing it normally, but he especially likes doing it to Fidel.
That is true. Because he trolled Mario a little bit when they did the thing where it's like, see you at the Game Awards. I was like, damn, Sonic really wants a fucking war to go on.
Say it doesn't matter what Sonic it is, just like if legit, Sonic's just gonna roast you for no reason. If you exist, it's roast time. That's it, roast time.
I would love for Sonic to roast me. I could at least tell all my friends that I had an interaction with Sonic then. And real quick, before we end this off, I want it to be known that the movie is actually dropping for some around March 30th to April 1st. I will be completely silent and gone probably from the internet. Because it is not dropping in the US until the 8th. So I gotta do my best and avoid those spoilers. Right? It's amazing, isn't it?
I love how they do that.
It's like, wow.
But yet again, I don't really care too much about the spoilers because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to watch it anyways. So I'll be peeking on the internet to look at some tasty spoilers.
And
What?
And that's the sound of Joyce looking at my nudes. I mean, what?
Oh boy,
I did.
time for more Dina Comics. Joyce fan fiction, oh boy. It's time for more.
Empower it.
In me power. Okay. No.
Yeah. Alright, well, we'll see y'all. Hopefully, well, at least I'll hopefully see y'all in a few days for my birthday stream. And when it comes to Sonic, hopefully when they show gameplay in the next few weeks. Seriously, it better be within the next few weeks, Sega. I'm getting tired of waiting.
Nope.
Don't you say nope to me. Anyway, see y'all later, and I'm gonna go murder Joyce or something.
Cool.
This is canon now.
Yes, I'm dead. Don't worry about it.
He's dead. See y'all then. Goodbye.